Once we complete the validations, we need to get back to our order management. In here, we have to add the details page. So in details, you can see we are passing the order header ID. Based on that, we have to retrieve the order header and order details and display everything inside the details view. So let's get started with that. If we go to Solution Explorer and if we go inside models, we will need a new view model like we had for the inquiry, in which there is header and details, which is IEnumerable. So we can add a new, or we can just copy the view model for inquiry and paste it. We will change the name here to order view model. We'll change the class name here, order view model. And rather than inquiry header, this will be order header. We'll change the names. And we have order detail. So this view models looks good. We need to go back to our order controller where we have our index action. Let me add a new action method here. It will be public IActionResult and details. Here we will be retrieving the ID, which is the header ID. Based on that, we can populate order view model. Now rather than adding a view model in here, I want to add it globally and bind that property. So it will be public order view model. We'll call it order view model with getter and setter. And we'll bind that property so that when we post, we do not have to retrieve that. It will already be available. In here, we'll have to assign values. So we'll initialize that as a new order view model. And order header, we will retrieve that. Let me add the bracket here to initialize. Now order header, we will retrieve that using the order header repository .first.default. So we'll say u goes to ID is equal to the ID that we retrieve in parameter. After that, we need to populate the order detail, which is an IEnumerable. So we'll go to the order detail repository with get all. We will filter the condition where order header ID is equal to the ID. And along with that, we also want to include the properties for product so that we can display all the product details when we are displaying the order details. So this looks good for our view model that we need to display all the order details. Once we have this, we will return back to the view and we'll pass the order view model. This looks good for the get action method for details. In the next video, let's continue with adding the view.